So far, so good for Neymar and the current champions, Brazil, as they get the campaign opening the Copa America off to a fantastic start. But what about the chasing pack? Are there any little hope for them as we enter match number 2? We'll take a little look after you. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking on match number 2 over the Copa America, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button to get you bang up to date with all things Copa America related, Chile related, big bad boy Burton in the Copa America. We're going to know here. I know on Ruski, that's right, boys and girls. Brazil are up and running. So are Paraguay, and of course, maybe a stuttered start for the Argentinians, but we'll elaborate on all of that in a second. Of course, a big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons, and also make sure you check out the links down below: Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course that link to Patreon if you want to become the latest member of the gang. Check that bad boy out, but of course make sure you smash the subscribe on our quest for 25k. So here we go, boys and girls. Recap of the last round of matches, which was match day number 1, which did take place from Sunday the 13th all the way through to Monday the 14th, and of course the games are back tomorrow. So here we go. Got to get in there nice and early with your picks. Let's take a recap of the scorelines then, shall we? Of course, Brazil opened up their account up against Venezuela. I actually went with a 2-0 win myself. It was actually 3-0 win. Marquinhos, Neymar, and Gabriel Barbosa with a chest to make sure of the points for Brazil. Into the second round of matches, it was Colombia up against Ecuador. Bit of a trademark routine in the end. Edwin Cardona with the one and only goal for Colombia. I actually went the other way and went with Ecuador, but I was wrong on that instance. Those were the Sunday games. Into Monday, it was Argentina up against Chile. The big bad boy Brereton making his debut against Argentina. Who would say such a thing? Lionel Messi opened up the count from a spectacular free kick before Eduardo Vargas made sure of it. It wasn't a penalty. He had to go at the penalty, missed. Or Vidal missed. Vargas smashed that one home. And I got the one bang on the bloody nose. And then wrap it up. It was Paraguay up against Bolivia and end up as a 3-1 win. I went with a 2-1 win. Not too shabby. Angel Romero with a brace. Erwin Savarino actually gave the lead. Jamie Culia got himself sent off in the end. Actually, he got himself 3 out of 4. Ain't too shabby, brother. Ain't too shabby, brother. Make sure you check. Remember that number. We'll have a look where that ranks in the leaderboard. Quick look at the tables at the moment. Of course, Peru had the day off in Group A. Brazil and Colombia opened up their account with the win. Ecuador, Venezuela got it all to do. Remember, top 4 go through, 1 goes home. As in Group B, Paraguay lead the charge at the moment. Argentina and Chile are level on a point. Uruguay had the day off. They're back in action this coming week. And of course, Bolivia are going home at the moment. So let's take a look at the leaderboard then, shall we? Kick it all off with Janik Zeifried with a shit show there at the table. So a couple other guys with 2. There's a few of us in 3 like me, but Andrew Watson and David Gamers, Yannick Bustler, well, some familiar names in there, of course, leading the charge at the moment with 4 out of a respective 4. So 100% for you guys. Kicking on into it. Let's get into the second round of matches then, shall we? And here is the code if you want to get involved with it. It is the prediction league. You can stick your predictions in the comment section so everyone can have a little look at them and maybe have a little chat about it themselves. But this is the code. You're going to go to the URL down the bottom there, or get your phone out, snap that bad boy, and also it should be in the description, maybe even pinned on the chat as well. So here we go. Kick it all off then. Take a look at the next round of matches. Here it is, starting with Colombia up against Venezuela. Now, these two sides have played each other quite a few times over the recent times. Since 2003, 16 times. 7 wins for Colombia, 5 wins for Venezuela, and 4 draws. The biggest win for Colombia over Venezuela in that time was a 3-0 win. Meanwhile, Venezuela have beaten them 2-0 win, which was their highest since 2003. 11 goals scored total by Venezuela in those occasions. 18 goals returned by Colombia, which is a 1.13 goals a game ratio with a 0.69 goals a game ratio return from Venezuela. The last 6 heading into this, just 1 win in the past 6 games for Venezuela, 25% form. Meanwhile, the Colombians come into this unbeaten the last 3 with their 50% form as well. Of course, the last time they played each other was in the World Cup qualifying. It was back in 2020. October was a 3-0 win over in Colombia. So they'll fancy the chances on this one. Of course, Colombia opened up with their account with a win. Venezuela got it all to do as well. The bookies odds 4-1 on is your Colombia, 92 is your draw, and a 12-1 is your long shots. That is Venezuela. Colombia are right here, right now, 4th favourites to win it, 6-5 to go all the way. Gonna go with a 2-0 win myself on this one. Colombia, make it 2 wins and 2, and again, probably probably already confirmed to go through, I would say, or just they were trying to get rankings. Next up, let's take a look at the next one. It is Brazil over against Peru. Let's take a look at this badger then. This is over in Group B. So Brazil against Peru, play on the 17th of June, taking place at the Estadio Nilton Santos. Peru managed by Ricardo Garcia. Tite is the manager for Brazil. Played each other 14 times since 1970. I don't know about that. I don't know how concrete those numbers are. But anyway, in those last 14 matches, 10 wins for Brazil, 2 wins for Peru, and 2 draws. The biggest win for Brazil over Peru was a 5-0 win. The biggest win for Peru over Brazil was just a 1-0 win. You would imagine that. 32 goals scored by Brazil over Peru in those occasions, 10 goals returned, which is 0.71 goals a game ratio by Peru over Brazil. Meanwhile, Brazil picking up a 2.29 goals a game ratio over their opponents this week. Of course, 25% form heading into this. Peru just won. They won one of the past 6. That was their last match. It was a win. Do I have that number on it? I don't know who that was. Of course, Brazil coming to 100% form, looking very, very good. Brazil have actually won their last 4 home matches in a row and got a winning streak of 8 games. The last time these two sides played each other was over in Peru. I believe it was a 4-2 win for Brazil, World Cup qualifying. You don't have to go too far back for Peru's last win against Brazil. It was a friendly in September 2019. A quick look at the odds then. 5-1 on is your Brazil, 6-1 is your long shots, 12-1 is your Peru. Quick look at the odds for the title. Brazil are 6-5 on for the victory. Peru are 40-1 long shots. They are second favourites to go out of this group. For me, of course, it's a no-brainer. Brazil are going to win this one 3-0, and again, just like Colombia, get one step through to the next stages. Next up, we've got the big game of the week. It's not this one actually. It's Argentina up against Uruguay. Let's take a look at these ones. These are probably your favourites for the Group A. Taking place on the Parada São Paulo in Wilton. Actually, that's the referee's name. Woohoo! They're actually playing at the Managarinska, of course. Argentina managed by Lionel Scaloni. Uruguay managed by Oscar Tabarez. And that'll take place on the 18th of June. Played each other 15 times since 1930, or there or thereabouts. In those last 15 matches, 8 wins for Argentina, 4 wins for Uruguay, and 3 draws. In the last, the biggest win for Argentina over Uruguay was a 3-0 win. Meanwhile, Uruguay have picked up a 4-2 win over Argentina in the recent encounters. In fact, they scored 23 goals over Argentina in those recent games. 30 goals returned by Argentina, which is around about 2 goals a game ratio. Meanwhile, Uruguay got a 1.5 goals a game ratio. The Uruguayans come into this 50% form, just 1 win in the past 5. Argentina come into this unbeaten in the last 6, but picking up just 2 wins in that cluster. Argentina, though, haven't lost in the last 14 games. And during the last 6 meetings with Argentina playing at home, Argentina have won 4, and there's been 2 draws, while Uruguay have won 0. The last time they played each other, though, was a 2-2 draw. It was a friendly. In fact, you're going to know about 2016 for Argentina's last win over Uruguay, which is in the World Cup qualifying campaign. Heading into the book, 21-20 for Argentina, 11-4 is your away win. That is Uruguay. 5-2 is your draw. Argentina are 3-1, second favourites for the title. 7-1 is your Uruguay on this one to see if they can go all the way. Tough one, this one. Going to go with a 3-1 winner for the Argies to take it to the house. And then finally, it's the biggest game of the week. It is Chile up against Bolivia. Maybe Big Bad Boy Brereton will get his debut. Anyway, these two nations have played each other, according to my eye, 13 times since 2004. 10 wins for Chile, just 1 win for Bolivia, and 2 draws, including a recent draw in the World Cup qualifying just the other day. The biggest win for Chile over Bolivia was a 5-0 win in recent times. 1-0 win was the biggest win for Bolivia. It's the one and only win. In fact, Bolivia actually only scored 8 goals in those 13 matches against Chile. Meanwhile, Chile packing in 31 goals over Bolivia in recent times. So it was a 2.38 goals a game ratio. It was 0.62 goals a game for Bolivia over Chile. They come into this Bolivia 33% form, just 1 win and 6. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 6 against Chile, but been a while for a win. Chile, though, haven't lost in the last 4 games, and during the last 8 meetings, Chile playing at home, Chile have won 6, and there have been 2 draws, while Bolivia have actually won 0. Goal difference of 23-6 in favour of Chile. Coming into this, they did play each other the other day. It was a 1-1 draw. Last time they played each other with a win. It was a 2-1 win for Chile in a friendly back in March this year as well. So this will be the 3rd time they played each other in about 3 months. So yeah, there must be sick to the back teeth for them. Anyway, heading into the bookies odds, 5-1 on is your Chile, 21-4 is your draw, 16-1 is your long shot on this. And if you want to have a quick bet on Big Bad Boy Burton, 5-1 first goal scorer, 5-1 the last goal scorer, 7-5 anytime goal scorer for Big Bad Boy Brereton. Of course, quick look at the odds for the title. Of course, Chile are 16-1 for the victory, and Bolivia are 350-1. Absolute long shots for me. No brainer. 2-0. Maybe Ben on the score sheet. We'll have to wait and see. Be sure to get your picks in via the old Scooter Wotsa bits right here. The code is on the screen, also the QR code and the URL. So make sure you get in amongst it. And let me know your thoughts about this one as we head closer to match match number 2. Be sure to get in nice and early. The games start tomorrow, so get in there and get in a nice and early. Of course, we want to see an outright leader. Who could be the outright leader next week? We'll take a little look at it. But anyway, that's it. Be sure to give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, of course, Patreon as well. So make sure you check those badges out. But until then, I'll see you soon when the next time around. Until then, I am out.